Hoagie. It is Saturday. Saturday Hangover. Conference championship Saturday, baby. Now, I want to note, as we are taping, there is 2 minutes left of the fourth quarter in the Penn State-Oregon game. Score is 37 Penn State, 45 Oregon. There's 26 seconds left in the Clemson SMU game. Clemson 31, SMU 24, and SMU is driving. They got the ball. So if we get to shout, and that's why. But we got things to do tomorrow. We wanted to get the show out before Selection Sunday because we want to do a show tomorrow later in the day. And so we want to talk about the championship day tonight. Gotta be brief.
Very brief.
We'll go down the line. Started on Friday. For Mountain West Championship, UNLV ranked 20 was playing a ranked 10 Boise State. Boise State pummeled them 21-7. Wasn't a good game.
No, it was not.
No, it was not.
It's just never mind. I can't.
Now I called this one. Nobody believed me, but unranked Tulane and number 24 Army were playing for the American Athletic Championship. Mind you, this is the first year Army is in a conference, and in the conference is the AAC, right?
First year,
and of course Army wins, right? Army I think they threw 2 passes the whole game, and all they do is run.
No, the quarterback ran for most of it.
And he runs for the most of it, but all they do is run, and they won 35-14. You cannot stop the run game from Army. You can't.
May I point out one
point it out?
Now, I did not know this. But, we watch Ashton Genty from Boise State. I mean, he's a threat. He's a great player. He's the number 1 player on Boise State. And the quarterback...
Wait, was that an interception?
I don't know. But
okay.
But the quarterback for Army is tied in rushing touchdowns with Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty is a Heisman Trophy candidate. What happened? Why is it this guy up there?
Why an Army guy a Heisman Trophy candidate?
If you are tied
it's crazy.
with the number 1, was he running back?
He's a running back, yeah.
Couldn't
stop him. Didn't matter. Wasn't a good game. So we said, okay, fine. Today's going to be the day.
We move on.
It's Power 4. We start off with the 9 a.m. game. Big 12. Yeah, he caught that. Iowa State versus Arizona State. And started off scrappy.
It did.
Another one I called. I said Arizona State is going to win because you cannot stop Scatterboo. You can't stop him. Yeah, opening possession, he had a 20-yard run.
Yes.
There was a big throw on 4th and 1 for Arizona, and he caught it.
63-yard pass.
Scatterboo ran for 46 yards, and they had 4 missed tackles. And mind you, Arizona State had their number 1 receiver, Jordan Tyson, was out injured today, and didn't matter. They had a big forced fumble, got points off of it. Then they had a big interception, got points off of it.
3 turnovers, 21 points. Hello.
Yep, there you go. Game ended up being Arizona State 45, Iowa State 19. Nobody cares about it. Now I want to glaze over. I want to glaze over because we had 1 star today. Now, as we speak, we started taping because Penn State wasn't doing nothing with Oregon, and I've said it. Penn State cannot play a big team. They cannot win big games. They can't beat Ohio State. They can't beat Michigan, and now they can't beat Oregon. They had to stop him, get the ball back. Couldn't do that. Got the ball back, could get a score. He throws an interception.
I'm done.
That's James Franklin. These players have not been here for the last, 10 years. And I don't know why, but he can't get over it. And it's something, it might be psychological. I don't know. But your boy was running all over the place today for Oregon.
Oh, Tess Johnson.
That's your guy.
Tess Johnson. I'm sorry.
It was uneventful.
Bo Nick's little adopted brother. What? He was good last year, and I didn't. SMU
scored. It's going to overtime. Clemson and SMU are okay. Okay, y'all might be trying to be a game for us. But let's wrap up the game that wasn't a game. It was freaking what was the score? We're like, let's turn it. 21-10.
It was 21.
21-10.
7.
Oregon looked like they had it together. No, that was the other one.
Oh, I'm talking about the other one. I'm sorry.
Penn State, Oregon.
Yeah.
21-10. You said, let's go check on the other one because they came back and it was 21-24. SMU 21, Clemson 24. So, of course, as soon as we watched, they start pulling away. I think it's us. I think we a jinx. And so then we came back because Penn State started to claw back.
And here we are, 24.
2 minutes left.
Now here,
Oregon will take
37.
a knee and call it a day. But as we speak, 16 seconds left on the clock. SMU scores a touchdown.
Oh, good God.
They are going to overtime.
Speaking of
before we get to the favorite in overtime, did you have anything else on the other games that you wanted to bring up?
No.
The star of the day, the freaking SEC championship.
Da-da-da-da-da-da!
SEC.
Can I get a drum roll, please?
Number two Texas. Yes.
Number 2 Texas.
Against number 5 Georgia. A rematch.
Wait a minute. Never thought I'd see the day.
I'm cheering for Kirby Smart and
cheering
Carson
for
Beck.
Georgia.
I'm rooting
Where
for
is
Kirby.
our loyalty?
And Kirby done grew on me this year.
Kirby. No.
He grew on me this year. I just love how calm me when he's talking to the
He's always
reporters.
calm.
No, he's not.
No, he's always calm. There was one time he got a little feisty.
He is always feisty on the sideline. He's always calm. He's pretty much always calm with a journalist.
Yes.
But he on that sideline, Kirby, what was he doing?
No, wait a minute.
Hands to the face.
Wait a minute. Kirby, you the coach. We have all these referees out here who know how to call a play. It was a play that it was hands to the face. Obviously, Kirby
for the penalty. That's not a play, but okay.
I mean, to the face, the penalty. Obviously, Kirby did not think the referees was going to do their job. So Kirby is on the sideline going, hands to the face, hands to the face. And so Kirk says, well, he's telling him hands to the face. The camera switches back. Kirby's going, hands to the face, hands to the face. And so Kirk says, that's
okay, Kirby. All right, now you doing it.
Wait a minute.
Oh, gosh.
Then they switch back. Kirby's going. Kirby said, that's the third time he's telling them. Referee comes out and goes, hands to the face.
But they saw it, Kirby.
They saw it, Kirby.
They saw it. They saw the same game you say.
But Kirby's on that line, and he is just coaching. Dumb play, hits the guy out of bounds. What does Kirby do?
Well,
the guy
I didn't have faith because Georgia came out looking weird again today.
Yeah.
But however, the defense did not. And they were shutting Texas down. They were getting the Ewers. They had Georgia had got Ewers through an early interception, but then Georgia got no points from it. Georgia leads the FBS in drops. 37 drops.
I could not believe that.
Drop passes.
I could not believe that.
And that's what I be saying. It's not always the quarterback. That's a bunch of BS. Halftime, the game was Georgia 3, Texas 6. And before halftime, Carson Beck, quarterback for Georgia, takes a ginormous hit to his arm, bends it back, gets up, but can't move his arm. And it's forget it. Okay. Texas gonna come out. Georgia's not gonna be able to do nothing about it. They come out, Georgia puts in the backup quarterback.
Not so fast, my friend.
He drives and gets him a touchdown. First touchdown of the game.
Gunnar
Stockton. He's a 5-star quarterback. Of course, he's only played.
String?
No. Second string. But 5-star recruit. Which means he's the highest that you could be coming out of high school. But they say, he got into the UMass game for a little bit when they went up. And they say that they really trained him up, which makes sense because Carson Beck's on his way out, right? Everybody doesn't spend a lot of time with their QB2, I guess is the story, but he did. And so, and it showed. Georgia scored, Texas scored. Georgia scored, they stopped. Missed field goal from a Texas kicker.
2 missed field goals. Thank you.
They oh man, you just missed your boy sitting on the field salty.
Okay.
They tied the game and gotta go to overtime.
Yes.
Reminder, Georgia went to 8 overtimes last week with Georgia Tech. Announcer said you didn't have enough overtime last week. We got more for you today. And I'm like, I can't take it. Mind your business if I took Georgia with the plus 3 points. However, I did not want to see this overtime. Going to overtime, Texas gets the ball first because Georgia won and they gave it to him first. Hold him to a field goal. Sarkisian's not happy on that side.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Not happy.
I say that defense for both teams was bad.
You got to give it to him.
I got to give
it to them.
They were battling.
Unlike the defense for the Penn State-Oregon game, what was this about? It's embarrassing us.
45 to what I ended up. What did I say? 45-37?
Yeah, highest scoring, third highest Big Ten championship team score. And this is Georgia gets the ball, goes down, gets a touchdown. Georgia gets the ball. The little backup quarterback, Gunnar Stockton,
yes.
He's running. He's a tough kid cookie. He's all over the place. He runs, takes a big hit, helmet comes off.
Oh, it's terrible.
They review it for targeting. Leg bent back.
Yeah.
They review it for targeting. They say no targeting, but his helmet came off. So he has to stay one day out of the game.
And who should come out?
So we like, who's the third string?
Out comes Quinn Ewers.
No.
Oh, well, that's right.
You were so confident.
I know.
Out comes
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck cannot move his right arm. And so I said, well, all they got to do is run. It's 3rd and goal. All they got to do is run. He just don't drop the snap. He got to take the snap and get him in the end zone. And that he did. And Etienne.
This is the guy who has missed 2 games.
More than 2.
More than 2
Well,
games.
recently he missed 2 for ribs.
Right.
And he ran his butt off today.
Oh, my God.
He ran his butt off today.
He made up for those 2 games.
OMG. And so Georgia wins it in overtime. And best game of the weekend.
Best game of the day.
Best game of the weekend, because we got games yesterday.
Yes, we did.
This Clemson, Clemson won in overtime.
Oh,
34-31.
I'm done.
There goes the suspense of that one. I'll give them the second since they at least went to overtime, and maybe Oregon the third because they were battling. Penn State just shoots themselves in the foot. I'm not even going to waste my time. But what does that mean now for tomorrow? What that means is number 1 seeding is Oregon. Number 2 is Georgia. Number 3 is possibly Clemson. Or it could be Arizona State.
You know what?
Because the top 4 is the top 4 highest ranked conference champions. And if Arizona State was ranked 15 coming into this, and they won, Clemson was ranked 17 coming into this. It should be Arizona State. And then Clemson. But then where does Boise go?
You know what? This is why I'm.
Oh shoot! I lied to you. Boise won. Boise would be up there.
I'm confused.
It could still be Clemson and Boise.
Here it is, and I don't know how they're going to look at this. I'm 11-1.
Who cares?
Exactly. So
this is where you cannot argue.
How do the
listen.
Committee look at this? Okay, I won the conference, right?
No. Let me stop you because that's what I was going to say. You cannot argue the conference champion. Hard stop.
Okay.
It's etched in stone. It makes sense. The top highest ranked 5 conference champions. So, who won the conference championships? Boom, 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 boom. Who are the top 5 ranked ones? Boom. The top 4 get the bye week.
Yeah.
Number 5 is either ranked, if he's ranked between 5 and 12, great, that's where he sits. If he's ranked below 12, he gets the 12 seed.
Okay, it just looks like, okay, this is where they're talking about either Miami gets bumped out or Alabama.
Miami's not in. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Ooh, I thought
Miami's first team out.
Goodness, I don't
know.
know.
I have it. Miami was the first team out. Miami and Ole Miss are on the outside.
It's on the bubble.
They're on the outside. The bubble is Alabama.
Okay.
So Alabama could have a problem. Clemson just effed up a lot of stuff because SMU was 5. So SMU can just, not 5, I'm sorry.
8.
SMU was 8, my bad. SMU was 8. So does SMU drop out because they lost to number 17, but it's a conference championship? The body of work, right? So they could knock out Bama, and we could be talking about no Indiana.
Oh, no.
See,
this is where I get confused. Even my record stands where my record stands. I didn't win the conference, and like, what was his name? Ward, I can't remember the commissioner's name.
Mm-hmm.
He said the teams that don't play have no input because there'll be no data on them. What is right now is. You didn't play, we're taking into consideration the teams that did play.
Right.
Okay. And then you say, okay, could they knock out Indiana?
Well, because of this. Listen, I'm going to say it again.
Say it again.
You're going to, likely, if we pretend the ranking is where it is, the seeding will go. Oregon, Georgia, Boise, right? Because what was Boise ranked? Boise was 10.
Yes,
Boise, Arizona State, and Clemson would get the 12 seed.
Okay. They would get right. I
so
get that part.
Now the problem is, where do you put a number 8 SMU who got to the conference championship and lost?
Yes.
Right? And then where do you put? Well, the Texas Georgia thing's not a big deal because Georgia was already in the seeding.
Yes, they was.
So you could almost do a swap, right?
Right, you could.
Clemson was not in the seeding. That's the problem.
So all the people that didn't play are in the top, let's just say 12.
Seeded in the top 12.
Seeded.
Yes.
Seeded. Let me make that
well,
clear.
then there's the people that are going to that are not going to move, right?
No,
you're not going to move now. And it, same with Penn State, Oregon. They would have just flopped, right? Because Penn State was seeded 5.
Yes.
So they wouldn't have really knocked anybody out because they already were 2 teams in the 12.
But they could drop.
They could drop, but you were already accounted for. You're not going to take somebody else's spot.
Because we didn't play.
Yeah.
Indiana didn't play. Ohio State didn't play.
Not that part. What I'm saying is, we were both already ranked in the top 12. Because the thought is, the top 12 teams, the majority of them are going to be playing in a conference championship against each other, except for like a Notre Dame, right?
True. Absolutely.
So it'll just be a matter of, who's going to get a bye week?
Oh, true.
But Clemson threw that off because Clemson was ranked 17. They were not in the seeding. And who they played somebody who was in the seeding, who you could have an argument that they should drop down. They were 8. They weren't 2. They were 8. So then you have to say, okay, if I want to keep SMU in, I got to make room for Clemson. They won. And if I want to keep SMU in, that's an extra +1. Do I drop out Bama or do I drop out SMU and say I think Bama's a better team? Or Indiana, or Tennessee, or et cetera, et cetera.
Shades of last year.
Well, we already said this. We said it last week. We said it last year.
It's like,
when it was 4 teams, 5 and 6 was going to cry. When it's 12 teams, 13,
somebody
14, and 15 is going to cry. But, like I said, you cannot argue with the championship. So, Clemson won. SMU, if you wanted to make sure you was going to be there, you should have won. And that's everybody else. I don't care who gets bumped out. Even if they bumped out Ohio State.
Because they said, if you win, you win.
Yeah, but my thing is, I would not cry about it because only people I feel like could cry about it is Notre Dame because they don't have a conference. But anybody who has a conference and you were in this 12 seed ranking should have made it to the championship. And guess what? You don't got nobody can argue with you or take it away from you. When you let it be up to somebody else, they control your destiny. This is what you get. And that's all I gotta say.
Okay. And I guess that would make sense because now you say, what argument can you use? Florida State, we 12-0, we're unbeaten, and we didn't get a go.
Yeah. Right.
Now what argument you gonna use?
Same thing. It's gonna be you eliminate that argument because remember Florida State won their conference.
That's true.
And that was kind of shady. You don't have that problem anymore.
Nope.
Because at least the top 5 are gonna get there. Love that for them. Now you gotta go to Alabama and say, dear Alabama, you're 9-3.
Yes.
SMU is 10-2.
11-1. Oh,
they lost.
11-2. No.
11-2.
11-2.
They lost and they got to their championship.
So, hey. So now,
I
what's your argument?
And they said that. They said we want to we definitely want to hold high in esteem teams that actually make it to the championship, which I don't disagree.
I don't disagree with that.
Where we don't have any argument and where it's a mute point.
Oh goodness.
Is in the matter of like Arizona State and Iowa State. They were both out.
Yeah.
But because they knew they have already been accounting for the Big 12 champion being in the seeding, it's not knocking somebody out.
Okay.
And then, of course, number 24 Army of Tulane, y'all not in the conversation.
Yeah.
Because y'all are not high
Boise
ranked
State was
champions.
the only one well, they're already in.
Yes, they were already in there too.
So
exactly.
they were already in there.
So it's the people who weren't in that 12 who now are like, I won, I get to be in the 12. That you have to start having a conversation about
True.
Who do I have to knock out? I only got a table of 12 seats. I cannot put somebody here that I can't. The reservations for 12.
That's it.
You ever try to add to, first of all, 12-person reservation is bananas. Anything over 6 is excessive. 6 is pushing it even. Wait. 12, they're adding a gratuity to that one, baby.
Number one, 4. 4 is already accounted for. But like you said, now I got the other
5 is accounted for. You keep saying that. 5. It's 5.
It's 5.
7 is people who
now we got to push people
did
around.
Did not win the conference champion.
And now we got to push people around now. It's going to be crazy.
I don't know if it's going to be too crazy. I just think what's going to happen is Bama's going to get left out the conversation. And they're going to see how Georgia and Florida State felt last year. With the caveat, they're going to see how Georgia felt. Georgia was undefeated all season, lose to Bama in the championship. Bama gets in the top 4 and they don't.
And they don't.
Right, Bama had like 2 losses, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that year. It wasn't the best year for them. Or maybe one loss back in the year for them either. Well, back in the day, one loss was over with. So
yeah.
That's all I got, babes.
You know what? That's it for me. We were disappointed. I was disappointed. The only game was Georgia. And the day I started rooting for Georgia, just crazy. Just come for me.
And your boy Debo Sweeney. Let's hold it though.
Oh no.
Let's hold it because we're gonna come back tomorrow. After Selection Sunday, we'll do it quick. We kept it quick today. We'll do it quick tomorrow, and we'll talk about Debo. We'll talk about where Selection Sunday is gonna be tomorrow. We ain't gonna have no more speculation. They're gonna give us the 12.
And when you bring an argument, you better have a good argument.
You won't have one, no matter. They're picking. They were watching the games today. They are picking as we speak. They're announcing it tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. And that's going to be that. And so we'll talk about that. If we feel like it, we can talk about where people landed in the bowls. If we don't want to talk about it, that's fine.
It don't matter. This is the thing.
Because we can talk about the bowls as they come.
As they come up.
So
but I want to see who's going to be in that playoff.
And here we go.
Playoffs.
12 teams. I'm so excited.
God, it was yesterday we started this.
Get our bracket. All right, I'm Kelly Like the Color.
I'm Gee Like the Butter.
This is Saturday Hangover. It's actually Saturday, but we'll be back on Sunday, and we'll still be hungover, and we'll see y'all then.
I don't even have nursery babies.